So what I had to do with this, it did warp a little bit, so it curved over. So I had to plane it quite a lot to get it smoothed out. But it's not glued yet, so we'll do that now. Okay. So we'll glue that. And whilst that's gluing, we will do some work on the body. So the body is already partially cut, and this is the template on the back. So we'll do some more cutting of this outer edge to get it to its final size, because it's not quite to the right size yet. And then what we'll do, we'll start hollowing it out. So you see I made one start just to get the dimensions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
And then I have to drill out at different depths around the inside. So we'll do that. And then we have to route inside that. So I have to put another template on, and then we'll go in with the router and clean this all up on the inside so it's nice. So we're going to use the router for the outside, pillar drill for cleaning it out, router again for the inside, and then by the time we've done that, we'll be able to get started on the neck. Not going to do much on the neck, but the neck has a roughly drawn out the profile on the surface. You can just about see it. And then this is the line that I need to cut for the headstock. So the headstock goes back 10 degrees, so I have to cut that. So we'll do that on the table saw. And that's probably going to be it, I think. So I can get started on a few things, but we won't finish everything. Yeah, fantastic. We won't finish everything. No, it's come out really nice. You can see where it's been planed really smooth. Yeah. Just here on this side. It's a bit better than that side, but this side. And after it's been glued, you see it's got a slight wobble to it. Yeah. But I think what I'm going to do is glue it first, and then plane it smooth. So I get the maximum amount of wood out of it. But it's just over 22 millimeters at the moment, which is perfect. That's just where we need it. It's dry, yeah, I measured it, it's about 7.5%. The inside's a bit rough, but that doesn't matter, because the inside obviously gets glued to there, and I just have to make sure that the glue surfaces are. So this is mahogany, beech driftwood mahogany with its template, and this is the flamed maple, US. It's probably, I think they call it big leaf maple. Unlike this one, which is, I think this is still from the US, but this is a slightly different species. So you can see the difference in the flame. When you compare those two, there is flame there, but it's not as consistent. And there's a slight difference in the colour as well, although when it's varnished, it will come out more or less the same. And because this is on the back at the neck and this is on the front, the difference in colour won't be noticeable. Won't be noticeable at all. So the idea here is to get as much glue on here as is necessary without it being too much. And the best spreader I found is my finger. Good. So this glue lasts, you can mess around with it for quite a few minutes, but yeah, as soon as it touches, then it's, you got to start moving fast, just to be sure. I need to put these on, and all this does is align it so it doesn't slip when I start clamping it together. Because once the glue is on there, it tends to slide around, so it acts like a lubricant. So these hold it together so I can, so what we're going to do is, we've got to take this down to 13 millimeters. Let me just get 25 and 32. That's 7 millimeters. This is 8. So I'll need to so 28 is my depth from here, which is 4 millimeters shallower than this, which means 8, 9, 10. That will be 12 millimeters thick, which is what I need for the. There we go. That's 28 millimeters. Okay, so we're just going to route all that out.
Yeah. Okay, so it's
done.
All right. So you got that.
Yeah, so the cavity will be cut out of there.
Oh, I see.
And that will be the back, so all that will disappear.
Interesting.
So now we can remove this, and you'll feel the difference in weight from where it was before.
Yeah.
So I've also cut
Oh, these are for wires?
for the wires. So there's one
Oh,
cavity
okay.
here,
It goes through these
and then there's
channels.
another here. So the cables go through and then into the
Oh, okay.
control cavity.
Interesting.
Feel the weight of that.
That's nice. Yeah.
So
Completely
that's
different.
especially when you compare with this is the same size and the same thickness. So you weigh that.
Oh. Yeah.
Obviously that's going to get
Go down,
thinned,
yeah.
so it will go a lot thinner.
All right.
So now,
Camera goes.
so what we'll do is screw this together temporarily,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that this overlaps everywhere. And then we'll glue it together.
Nice. Shape starts coming up, eh?
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah. Is the mahogany going to be thinner or is it going to be the same?
No, it's going to stay that thickness,
Oh, okay.
but it will be rounded.
Oh, yeah,
On the,
yeah, yeah,
on
yeah,
the back.
Yeah, I see.
So it'll be a 12mm rounding.
Yeah.
Maybe. I need to look at the other one. I can't remember what I did on the others. Okay, so all I'm doing now is just aligning it, and then I'll screw it together. So what I've got to do, there is a center line, which is basically the joinings of the joints in the wood.
They should match.
I've got to get those perfectly aligned.
I see.
It's better doing it now than when there's glue. It's when there's glue.
Oh, I think you can't do anything after that.
It's
You just-
almost
It's
impossible.
going to be a crooked.
And then it sticks and you... Okay, I need to mark it. I can't actually see. I didn't
You need lights.
mark the centre line because I wanted you to see.
You can see it.
You can see it,
Yeah.
but there's no... You can't see any glue. It's a
No,
it's
you
a
can't see
nice,
the glue now.
clean,
Yeah, it's
flush
very
line.
clean. Yeah.
But when I'm trying to align stuff, I can't see it. So I
Yeah,
have to put a line on it.
Not easy, in fact, to align it with a
So I'm
line.
now going to spoil that perfect line.
That's how it, yeah, that's how it goes.
I can
Let
do.
me check. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I need to come just a little bit because the thickness of the
Oh, okay.
lead.
So
Yeah,
that's-
so it's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the lead in the pencil is 0.5 millimetre, so I have to allow for that. And I know the screw holes are not in the middle. And then I need to carry that across. It's a bit easier to see on the end. That's usually where you can see it. That's there. You remember there was a hole in the side?
Yeah, what happened? How did you fix that?
Trade secret.
How did you do that? Can't even see it. Did you fill it?
No.
Or you just,
I replaced the wood strip at the end.
oh, okay. Can't even tell.
No, I mean you can't put filler on it.
Like,
Definitely not.
yeah, I remember there was like a small chop there.
Yeah, so I managed to recover that.
That's what we call it, quality.
Well, it's that aiming for perfection, but never actually getting there. Right, now I think we're okay.
Not quite.
Maybe that's it. Yep. Yeah. Okay, and that's good. Okay. So now I can screw these together.
So that's why the screws points are there, the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just have to make sure I get them in the right place. Try and do it without stuff moving around.
So how are you going to
Perfect.
glue it now, if you screw it?
Perfect.
How are you going to glue it?
Now I unscrew it.
Oh, okay, that's crazy.
So now I know I've got the holes
oh,
that will
I
align
see.
exactly.
Okay, I was like wondering how.
So these are just alignment pins, really. No gaps. So now, in theory,
should be aligned.
when I screw it back together, perfectly
Perfect.
aligned. In theory, of course. Okay, So I think we're ready to glue.
All right. So this
So
is.
I've been round the edge and made sure that it's flat.
The question is how later on you're gonna access to the. Are you gonna open up from the?
So I'll open it from the back.
Ah, okay. And that's
So
later.
I can drill. Yeah, I need to keep this flat for now, whilst I'm doing all the rest of the carving,
Yeah.
and then I can go in.
And.
In fact, what I do is I go in from the top.
Mm-hmm.
So when we've decided where the
Yeah.
controls are going to be,
Yeah.
I can drill a hole directly through,
Ah, okay.
come out at the back. So the holes will come through here, and then I can align the template
I
to cut this in exactly the right
Exactly.
position.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So the pots are located there.
okay. Everything
Okay.
is.
This used to be a really stressful thing to do, but now that
You got
I
practice.
came up with the screws, well, there's another trick that people use. They put in like dowel pins, cocktail sticks,
No idea. Oh yeah, yeah.
but I do that with the fretboard,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just disappear underneath the frets.
Oh right.
And I tried it with this one time, but then they broke off when I was gluing.
Yeah.
So it was really tricky getting the alignment. So I'm not too worried if there's a bit of glue spilling over here.
Not in the inside, right?
Yeah, well, even on the outside it'll all come off, but
Oh, okay.
I want to make sure there's more than enough. If there's
Stick.
too little, not much we can do about it. If it's too much, I can remove it.
Which one denser wood? Is it the mahogany or the maple?
No, I think it's the mahogany can be quite
Light.
light, yeah. I mean, I think the maple's a lot brighter tone-wise,
Yeah.
and then the mahogany. So on a Gibson, you've got mahogany base, mahogany. Well, the same as this, yeah.
Yeah.
Mahogany with a maple top, and I guess depending on the thickness of the maple determines how bright or warm it
goes,
sounds.
Yeah.
You don't see many completely maple guitars.
No, I think that would be like
It's just too
too
bright.
steely kind of sound. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good. See how it slides around with as soon as you put a clamp on it, it moves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm less concerned here because that gets cut out.
Yeah.
Right. We'll glue just about everywhere. Just sandwich it between all of these templates, and then that keeps it nice and flat. It's me damaging the top. Yeah. So these are for the centre, and then the rest will go around the outside.
Oh, you going to like clamp it all the way through?
All the way, yeah.
Oh, so yeah. And how long that can last?
Not
3
long.
4 hours?
I mean, it's not, well, it'll stay on for a couple of hours,
Okay.
but it goes off within an hour.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I did some gluing the other day. I did some gluing of this piece on the side,
Mm-hmm.
and I put it on, started clamping it up, and realised that it wasn't quite aligned,
Yeah.
and I
Okay.
had to break it off because and that was after 5 minutes.
Yeah, it shifts. You do have plenty of clamps, huh?
Not enough though. Never enough.
Never enough. It's like me and the guitars.
Yeah, there's one thing you can never have enough of. That's
Guitars and clamps.